So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube? Dow here from Zephyr Games, bringing you Evil Eyes. That's right. Evil Eyes got some brand new support in Eternity Code. Well, one card, but that one card makes this deck insane. Actually gives them a little bit more consistency as well, which is beautiful. Plus, towards the end, I'll also show you a one card combo that gets you into the Link Free, which was previously something insanely difficult and pain in the backside to deal with. So I'll show you that combo towards the end of the video as well. For now, please smash the like button. If it gets 50 likes, I will do a test time video for you guys as well. Do not forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe so you do not miss out on any Yu-Gi-Oh goodness. We also have a weekly podcast which drops on a Friday night. Do not forget to download the most recent episode in the link in the description below. Anyway, with that being said, let's get on to today's profile of pure-ish Evil Eyes. So Evil Eyes was a card that came out in Infinity Chasers. It was another middle set, exactly like Secret Slayers. There were short prints. And the cards are far off from being reprinted. But the deck was very, very fun. It looked awesome. And it keeps getting new support. It got a new Link monster, which is what the deck was crying out for. Might be nice to get a Link one. It also got some new supporting spells. And hopefully we'll get some more of its own core cards being revealed later on as well. With that said and done, let's get started with 3 of the main card. Of course, it was a short print. It was a harder one to get. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, apparently. Triple Yugioh, Watcher of the Evil Eye. So, when this card is normal summoned, you add 1 Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand. It's a shame it has to be normal summoned, but except itself. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye Selene, quick effect, you target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use each effect once per turn. Once per turn, during the next standby phase after this effect was activated, destroy 1 card you control. So this is why it can synergize well with the Artifact engine. The kind of thing with this is you don't really need to rely on him as much anymore. Now we have easier access to get into the Link 2 and the Link 3. He's not... Because having to pop something you control can be quite detrimental to yourself. So being able to go to Link 2, which just pops something it points to, means it can actually pop something that it points to on your opponent's side of the field as well. And if it's not pointing to anything, it doesn't self-destruct. So it's not that bad of a card to use. We play 2 Basilisk, Familiar of the Evil Eye. This is if you control an Evil Eye monster, you special summon this card. So the best thing is, because the new spell generates an Evil Eye token, you can trigger this off as well. 2 Colpolas, the doggy, that's what I'm going to say. The doggy of Evil Eyes. This one is, while you control an Evil Eye monster, if this card is in the graveyard, target 1 spell or trap you control... let me start that again. If you control an Evil Eye monster other than itself, if this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So again, this is part of the 1 card combo. It does synergize well with the deck, which is why we are now playing it at 2. And then we've got the 1 Medusa. My normal summon, I only want it to either be Yugioh or Tour Guide. I don't really want it to be Medusa. But if I absolutely have to, Medusa is not a bad second because it is a DD Crow, which is kind of nice. So you can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and banish it if it is equipped with Eye Selene. If it's normal summoned, you type 1 Evil Eye card in your graveyard, accept yourself and add it back. So it's a bit of a later card game. Ideally you're going to be adding back like the Eye of Gorgon and the Eye of Selene just to kind of get the effects going off of that way. As I already mentioned, we are playing double Tour Guide. This is the 1 card combo. Busted! Love Tour Guide, back at 2. Gonna take it, gonna run with it. Let's see how far we can get away with it. And then we've got double Scythe and the single More Attack. You can play triple Scythe if you want, but in a deck like this, if you've locked your opponent out twice with Scythe, you should be winning the game by then. You shouldn't need a third. If you do, it so happens it does. But More Attack just gives you another edge because it's a non-target pop, which is quite nice. Triple Extravagance, this deck needs draw power, and this is probably the best card for it. There's only 2 monsters in the extra deck you need to rely on, and you play both of those at 3, so Card of Extravagance is a good way to go with it. I did play Card of Demise, but now you want to special summon a lot more, you can't really use that. You can play Demise as well, but again, it's not something you really want to heavily rely on. Then of course we've got Triple Evil Eye Domain. This is a field spell. This one gets you into Yugioh. So when this card is activated, you add 1 Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, once per turn during damage calculation, if your Evil Eye monster is attacked while Celine is in your spell and trap card zone, you can make the battle damage you take from the card, also from the battle, also damage to your opponent as well. So again, that allows you to kind of combo the two together, and it's an effect that not a lot of people actually remember. If this card is in the field zone, it's destroyed by card effect. You type one Evil Eye monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So you can pop it yourself and add a card back. But the idea is that your opponent, it's mainly there to search, and then your opponent doesn't read it, attacks into it, and goes, oh, I just lost myself the game. One terraforming to get it because it is an important field spell. We've then got double Eye of Celine and the single Eye of Yugioh, I believe that's the way it is. So, Celine, equipped only to an Evil Eye monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effects. Nice. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Each time you activate the equipped monster's effect or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equipped monster gains 500 attack, and if it does, you lose 500 life points. The attack gain remains even if this card leaves the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points, then banish one Evil Eye spell or trap, accept this self, and add this card to your hand. Yugioh, equipped only to an Evil Eye monster, you can only activate one of this card per turn. This card name becomes Celine while it's in the spell and trap card zone. While your life points are lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster gains attack equal to the difference. You can banish this card from the graveyard and discard one Evil Eye card. Add one Evil Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except itself. If you wanted to, you could play Foolish Barrel of Goods. The shame is, this should have been like gain 500. Like, you really, really needed it. I would have loved to seen it as secret as well, just to balance out with Celine. But that's the one bad thing about this deck, is it does burn away its life points quite easily, so you have to find a way of trying to gain them back. Dato the Cure Master, definitely. So yeah, you just need to look at other options to kind of help you gain those life points back. Because it is a control deck, you can go into game 3 quite consistently, so you have to be cautious of your life points. Double Evil Eye Awakening. So you special on one Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, or if Celine is in your spell and trap card zone, you special on one Evil Eye monster from your deck instead. You can place it at 3, but it is a hard once per turn, which is why I think 2 is enough. And then to get the most out of it, you kind of want Celine in there. So if you wanted to, you could put in a Monster Reborn as well, just to kind of balance it out. It all technically does the same job. And then we've got 2 of the brand new Evil Eye Re-Emergence. So special on one Familiar of the Evil Eye token. Fiend level 1, attack 400, defense 400. Or if Celine is in your spell and trap card zone, you can special summon 2 instead. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except Fiend monsters. You can banish this card from the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target Evil Eye spell or trap cards you control with card effects this turn. So again, it's a shame, because if it's a trap and you do that during your opponent's turn, it's nice, it gives you a bit more protection, because the idea is they're always going to target Celine during your turn. It would have been better is if you control Eye of Celine, this is a quick play. Like, that would have been better. Then Triple Call by the Grave, because you don't want your domain or your tour guide really hit. That's your combo. That's your go-getter, your starter. So you need to Call by the Grave any Ash that's going to try and hit that card. Then moving on to the control sector of the deck, we've got triple Trap Tricks. Now Trap Trick just gives you 6 of these, which is Artifact Sanctum. So just being able to lock your opponent out of the extra deck is incredibly powerful right now, especially more so when you're going up against Adamanticators. You've got to be able to go Sanctum, deal with it. Sanctum, deal with it. Scythe, deal with it. So Sanctum's really, really important in this deck, in my opinion. And then you can also get into Imperm off of your Trap Tricks, which again is another form of interruption. And then finally the one Retribution. The card looks awesome. It is kind of awesome. It's just a little bit slow. So when a spell or trap is activated while you control an Evil Eye monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If Evil Eye Celine is in your spell and trap card zone, this card's activation and effect cannot be negated. So it's kind of a nice little judgment for the deck without paying the life points. It's not amazing. It can be taken out for the other trap card, which is basically like a double compulse, or you bump up Yugioh Eye to 2. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. So the extra deck will go through everything that isn't an Evil Eye, and we'll end on the Evil Eyes. So because we're playing Extravagance, we've got a lot of Link 4s in there. So we'll go with the offensive and the defensive. So you've got your offensive Borrelsword and your Access Code Talker and your Unchained Abomination for like destruction, OTK and OTK. And then you've got your Appaloosa for your defense, and obviously your Avramach just because it technically counts as a towers, which if you couple that off with IP, your opponent's going to really, really struggle to get past. And the one thing that all of these, apart from Bottlesword, have in common is it's 2+ monsters, so it allows you to use your link free to go into it should you need. And using the link free to go into Access Code Talker gives it a nice little boost. We've then got the Nightmare package because this combos off nicely with Access Code Talker, and it's just a utility box. Your extra deck you do not really need to worry about apart from the 2 monsters which I already mentioned. So these kind of all give you your versatility and your utility cards of what you need and when you need them. And then of course you've got your IP Masquerena to buff any of these up, which is again beautiful. We then move into, of course, the Evil Eye cards. Now we start off with Gorgon, triple Gorgon, 2 monsters including Evil Eye monster. So gains 100 attack for each of your Evil Eye cards with different names in your graveyard. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye Selene, quick effect, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effect until the end of this turn. Only use the effect once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this effect was activated, destroy 1 monster this card points to. If it doesn't point to anything, can't destroy anything, fine. Doesn't have that negative effect that Yugioh does. And then, now the card that when we got it, we were kind of like, we're never going to make that. It's actually now really, really easy to make. And that is triple Yugioh, Ruler of Evil Eye. Looks awesome. Badass boss monster. So it requires 2 Evil Eye monsters. If this card was link summoned using a monster with 2600 or higher attack as material, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye of Selene, quick effect, you target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use each of the following effects or each of the effects once per turn. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this effect was activated, negate the effect of 1 effect monster this card currently points to. Again, if it doesn't point to anything, it can't negate anything. If it points to one of your opponent's monsters, you can negate that bad boy. So it's kind of like, nice, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. But the idea is, it's a 2600 beat that gets to attack twice, and it does work if you get Gorgon up to 26, which you can do because you give it Eye Selene, it's got an additional 500, gains 100 for everything in the graveyard. You then use it to make Yugioh. Yugioh is actually easier to just go tap for 31, tap for 31 with Evil Eye Selene, by the way, and then quick effect, pop a card, quick effect, pop a card. It's a boss monster for a reason. It's insanely cool and easy to make and very, very powerful. So, with that being said, let me show you the 1-card combo to make this bad boy nice and easily as well. So, it is probably one of the simplest combos you'll ever see in your entire life. So, all you need in your hand is Tour Guide. That's it. That's all you need. Told you, nice and easy. Normal summon Tour Guide. Tour Guide's effect. Don't dare ash me, otherwise call by the grave you. Make sure you special summon out the doggy. This is the most important one you need to special out, because when what you do, you link these 2 together and you make yourself a Gorgon, because Gorgon requires 2 monsters including Evil Eye. That's an Evil Eye. Because you control an Evil Eye, you can special summon this guy back. You now have 2 Evil Eyes on the board. Boom! Mic drop. A card that we got, we're never going to make that, can now be made that easy. And then you back this up with 4 other cards. So you can then get this into, like, if you've got an Evil Eye, that's kind of what you want, is you kind of want your Evil Eye to go equip to it and just go, okay, I've got this, I'm going to start popping stuff. I've also got this, and I've also got this. And I've still got 1 more card left in hand. Like, I'm just going to stop you outright. And that's kind of why this deck can become quite cool. I know I have seen a lot of people playing Evil Eye Eldritch. Completely fine. It's just adding 2 control decks together and seeing how they can kind of put out, basically, because they're both very, very good. Obviously, Eldritch is a lot better than Evil Eye, just because they've got a bit more consistency. But Evil Eye is still one of my favourites. Love the deck. Hell of a lot of fun. Hopefully they get reprinted soon as well, so that everyone can play the deck. Because it's another one of them decks that I really want to get more support, but I don't want it to get something incredibly broken and busted, because then it means that all these cards will rocket through the roof if there's no reprint, and then that means everyone can't play this deck. And I actually want to see this deck get a lot of recognition, because it's a hell of a lot of fun. Anyway, hope you like this, hope you enjoyed it, hope it's giving you a version of your own. Like I said, this is more control focused. I know there's like the hand trap version, you can go for more draw power, entirely up to you on where you want to go with the deck. I quite like this combination. I like the tour guide getting me that 1 card link free, and just kind of works nicely. Anyway, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe so you do not miss out on anything. With that said and done, as always, guys, Happy dueling!